Hello and welcome back. This is episode number 8 of Let's Play Dragon Age 2. We are here in Hightown at night, and what are we doing? I guess we've done all we came here to do, which was helping Fenris with his master's death, although we really didn't get to kill him, because he got away because the elf was shouting at the top of his lungs. Alright, that's why I'm the assassin and he is not. So, nothing to do at nighttime. I guess we should wait for daytime then. What do we have to do at daytime? Hightown, enemies among us, and the bone pit. I don't remember what those are, but alright. So let's say we go home and sleep, we wake up, and venture back to Hightown. Somebody was having troubles with their mine or something? Is it you?
You there, Ferelden. I wish to speak with you. I've heard you have dealings with certain elements in the city. You can get things done on the sly, as they say.
That's a fancy way to put it.
I am a magistrate in this city, and as such, I wish to hire you for a small, albeit important, job. A man I sentenced to a life in prison has escaped custody. He's been tracked to an abandoned ruin outside the city. I'd like you to retrieve the fugitive and hand him over to the guard.
It sounds like he doesn't want that guy getting revenge against him. But this is BioWare, so things are never as simple as it seems.
Why is there such a clamor to catch this man? What has he done?
He's escaped. That's reason enough to catch him.
What was he there for in the first place?
We're both intelligent people. There's something in the ruins, isn't there?
There is something, yes. There are creatures in the ruins. The guards I sent are ill-equipped to deal with such beasts.
Do you know what manner of beasts they are?
I don't know what they look like. I've never seen one myself. The guards say these things have already torn through a full company of men.
It would be easier to seal up the entrance and let the beasts take care of him.
I believe in justice, Ferelden, not unbridled slaughter. I will not let prisoners be eaten just because I don't want to get my hands dirty.
Fair enough.
I'm sure if you send in enough men this time, they'd do fine.
No. The more guards who know, the easier it is for this to get out. Those men gossip like old fishwives.
I'll take the job.
Bring the fugitive in alive, quickly and quietly. Not only will you be well paid, you'll have the gratitude of a city magistrate. Useful for a refugee, wouldn't you agree?
Actually, might be if it helps me get an audience with the Viscount.
Do you ever miss Tevinter?
I was a slave.
Still, it was your home, right?
There are many Templars.
The only one you remember. Does it ever feel strange not to be there?
Sometimes. That does not mean I would go back.
Alright, what does Maka want?
Please, can you help me? My brother.
What happened to your brother?
Karin was always so devout, so idealistic. He was so proud when the Templars accepted him. I pleaded with him not to join the Order, but he wouldn't listen. You hear dark rumors about the Templars and Knight Commander Meredith. And now my brother is gone.
What do people say about Knight Commander Meredith?
Oh, she has many admirers. They laud the service she does in keeping the mages in check. But others say she is terribly fierce and utterly without pity, that she sees demons everywhere. It is dangerous even to whisper such things.
What have you heard about the Templars?
People harboring escaped mages just disappear. Templars interrogate and threaten passers-by. My friend has a cousin who's a mage, and she says he was made tranquil against his will. You hear more with every passing day.
So you think the Templars, what, killed and ate your brother?
Maker forbid. I don't know what happened. He just stopped writing me. I tried to see him, but Knight Commander Meredith threw me out. They won't tell me anything.
Sounds like he probably died on a mission, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, is that a Chanter's board over there? I didn't notice that before.
I'd be putting myself at risk, possibly crossing the Templars. Why should I do this for you?
I have precious little, but if you find my brother, I will manage some way to pay you. Perchance, in your journeys, if you find yourself in the gallows, ask the other recruits, Wilmerd and Hugh, about my brother. They were Karin's closest friends in the Order. If anyone knows where he is, it's them. May God bless you and watch after you in this endeavor.
She is in Hightown, so I assume she has at least some coin. Hunter's board.
Though the lands suffer 1,000 wrongs, the Maker yet notices the smallest of deeds.
There are no quests available at this time. Well, drats. I also have yet to install any of the DLC, but I will get to that eventually, I promise. Especially the one that adds a new companion. That one I would like to do sometime before we go on the Deep Roads expedition. Where is it? Over in the market, it looks like. I also want to check out what they have for sale, because there were a few things that I thought some of them might have. Actually, I need to sell stuff too. Backpack. I want the backpack. Yeah, I'm going to buy that now. Inventory full. Can't buy the backpack. Alright. Well, let's sell all this stuff I can't use. Longsword. Metal shield. Sweet. Let me see if Aveline can. She's not even here. Ah! Alright, well, we'll hold on to that for now then. I don't need my spider. I don't have anybody who uses a bow. At least I don't yet. Probably keep one just in case. And this staff we were going to keep, but the rest of them were this is the one that's not as good as what I have. It sucks, I like those two a lot, but they're both lucky in terms of gear. Blood Dragon Armor doesn't even sell for much, so we'll hang on to it. I should have put it in that chest at Gamlen's, but I didn't. No reason to keep any of these. That. Well, these are better than what I currently have, so I will have to equip those. I don't have any accessories. What do we have? Oh, junk. That's probably why. There we go. But how do we have so little inventory space if I don't have that much stuff? That's why. Alright, so let's buy this backpack, and now we have 60 slots. Yay! Oh, I see a little line there. It gets broken. That makes sense. We have to see what, how to equip these runes. Alright, where are those boots? Anything I have a rune slot? Apparently not. Bethany, can she, what's this? Oh, she has a sigil in there, I guess. Or is that from affection? Not really sure how that works. These are all weapon runes. That's an armor rune. Didn't think that would work. I don't know if we need like an enchanting station, but oh. We will hold on to those for now then. I thought somebody had like a Tome of Technique or something as well. Not be that guy. Order runes? That's where you buy runes from with recipes. I want to order runes. I want to use runes. Those I cannot do yet. Let's see if we can find this tome. Tome of Technique. 1 point to spend on a talent or spell. I definitely want that. Assuming I can afford it.
Hear you're having problems with the bone pit. I can help.
Ah, finally someone comes to help me. You look a bit unseasoned, but I hope you'll do. I had to suspend operations. My workers are lost in the mines or have run off. Served me right for hiring Ferelden refugees.
Hey now.
I sent others before, but no word. Perhaps they are putting me off. I need someone competent to figure out what is going on.
Maybe you shouldn't be so disparaging about Ferelden refugees then, since you're looking at one. The mines, I think, are actually like a major side quest that goes through all 3 chapters.
Your first mistake was naming your mine the Bone Pit.
The locals named the mine. Those fools say it's cursed. That is why I hire Fereldens. They may be dull-witted, but they're not superstitious.
There we go.
Mind what you say about my countrymen.
I was not referring to you, of course. My workers are a particularly desperate sort. They're lucky to work for me. Few in Kirkwall will hire refugees.
The way he said one of those words, I think this is the guy who voices Riordan in First Dragon Age.
Surely the miners had good reason to leave.
I am at a loss. No miner has reported in, and no one takes me seriously.
The Bone Pit must be dangerous if people are afraid to venture there.
No, nothing like that. Pay no heed to local superstition. The Bone Pit is mostly harmless.
Somehow I doubt that, but I'll check it out nonetheless.
I'll head there soon.
The sooner the better. Each day the mine is not running costs me more than those miners make in a year. The Bone Pit is just outside the city. Any map will show it.
Hopefully that's an exaggeration, because otherwise it means he's paying his workers only 1/600 or 1/365th of the profits. You'd think you can up their pay wage if you're making that much money off of it. Is that part of the main plot? Deliver Flemeth's amulet is, and oh, Karin is part of the main plot, that lady we spoke to. It's weird that these random quests you pick up count as the main plot. Huh. Companions. Find Fenris. He's right next to me, but okay. Apparently he's taken the abandoned Hightown Mansion as his own. Go to the Bone Pit, and we have a lot to do outside of the city. Turn to Sergeant Melindred in the Lowtown Market for a reward. I like rewards. What's over here? Help wanted. Citizens of Kirkwall, my dear wife Nanette has gone missing. I shall reward the person who returns her safely. Questions about the bounty or Nanette? Come speak to me in the Hightown Market. Slain de Karak. Really funny story for this quest. Actually, I don't remember the quest itself, but I remember that little pamphlet because I used to RP with my friends when we were really little, although we didn't even know what the term RP was. We just were, making pretend that we had like Harry Potter worlds and fantasy worlds and Star Wars worlds, but and I guess it was the Star Wars story. I guess it was in all the storylines probably, because I was essentially the game master, you'd call it. And whenever they would go bounty hunting, kind of a running joke was that there would always be a bounty for Find My Wife or some guy whose wife had left him. And so when I first saw this in Dragon Age 2, and it was basically Find My Wife, I'm like, wow, that's a big coincidence there. Anyway, let's talk to this guy and see if he has any leads.
What do you mean you can't help me?
This is a domestic matter, Sirrah. If your wife has chosen to leave you, there's nothing we can do.
Nanette is my wife. She's legally bound to me. Bring her back.
We're done here.
Useless. Why are we still paying those sluggards?
You should pay someone else. Like me. I like being paid.
If you can find
was
Nanette,
weird.
I will gladly pay you. That foolish woman has caused me nothing but embarrassment. She needs to be dragged home.
I can't imagine why she might run away.
Yes, my wife and I don't get along. But that's not the important thing. Her family is getting suspicious. They think I might have done something to her. Even if... well, I just want to make sure they know I didn't do it.
He doesn't really care about his wife. He just wants to exonerate himself of her murder.
Do you think Nanette might be in trouble?
It's her own doing. Gallivanting about with men half her age. Pah! She's just trying to show me I am tied to her purse strings.
You're more concerned what her family thinks than what happened to her?
Nanette keeps the company of other men, huh? And makes no secret of it. I'll be better off with her gone. Well, as long as her family knows I had nothing to do with it, they would ruin me otherwise.
Interesting choices. I don't think Brelin would really be the marrying type, so she's gonna scoff at it.
Marriage is more trouble than it's worth.
It wasn't always like this. We were in love once. She defied her parents to marry me. Sometimes, I wonder if I dreamed those years.
How long has your wife been gone?
About a month. I wasn't worried at first. She's run off before. Nanette is uncontrollable, you see. She comes and goes as she pleases.
I'll try my best to find Nanette and bring her home.
You should talk to Jethan at the Blooming Rose. I didn't know she visited whores until Jethan sent a letter to our house. He even sent her flowers once. Lilies. Her favorite. Nah, talking about it makes my head hurt. Good luck to you, Sarah.
Welcome, merchant.
All right then.
Not here to sell today, guardsman. My shipment's late. Well, good luck to you then.
Surprised that what's his name?
Welcome, merchant.
Emmerich didn't disapprove of taking the quest. All right, so to the Blooming Rose then.
My shipment's late. Well, good luck to you then.
Wonder why his shipments are late.
Hey, Franz.
I expect we'll find out eventually. Usually ambient dialogue. There's extra purposes in this game. Or in Bioware games in general. Alright, let's find this. It was one of her lovers, a worker here then, I guess? Not sure who this guy is. Luckily, there's a quest marker, so we can go right to him. Venus Brat.
I can do whatever I want. You're not the boss of me.
Does seem like a brat.
Cora and
I'll get
Katrina
your order
are
in a minute.
horrible to my boy. Can't you stop them?
If they want to waste their time,
The right of tranquility is the whole problem. If they didn't have that to hold over us, we'd have so many more options.
right. If we want to fight back, or just engage in intelligent debate, they make sure we can't do it.
They're forcing our hands. There's no way to change things peacefully.
There must be something.
If it's tranquility or death, we have no choice but to make every confrontation a life or death struggle.
I know, but there are good people in the Circle, the Chantry. There has to be a way to reason with them.
Not if they take away your ability to reason.
Interesting conversation. Here's Jethan. An elf.
Today's my rest day, but I'll make an exception for you. What can I say? Why work if you're not working hard?
I can see why Nanette liked you. You're feisty.
A refreshing change from the pale slug I married. I hear she finally left her worthless husband. Good for her. I just wish she'd said goodbye.
Did she tell you she left her husband?
No, I just hope that's what she did. Ghislaine only wants her for her family's wealth. Nanette's a jewel. Elegant, worldly, just the perfect level of depraved. Ghislaine doesn't deserve her.
Do you think Nanette has come to harm?
I hope not. Everyone loves Nanette. Sometimes twice a night. Ghislaine's the only one who might hurt her, and he doesn't have the balls for it.
Ghislaine knew about you and Nanette. Did he talk to you?
The man is incapable of talking. He came here, yelled at me, called me a dirty knife-ear, among other things, and accused me of corrupting his wife. We had him thrown out.
Were you hoping Nanette would leave Ghislaine for you?
Of course not. I know my place. I offer a service, that's all. Anyway, there was someone else looking for Nanette. A Templar. I believe his name was Emmerich. He wouldn't sleep with me either. I can't see why a Templar would be interested in anyone who isn't a mage.
Any chance Nanette's an apostate?
Well, she certainly cast a spell on me. Anyway, if Nanette was a mage, I think Emmerich would have said so.
Yeah, he did say lovers, so perhaps...
Someone else Nanette spent special alone time with, perhaps?
She always liked men in uniform. You could ask him yourself. Emmerich said he'd continue his investigation in Darktown. You could see if he's still there. And if you find Nanette, tell her to drop by and see me sometime.
Alright. Why does he still have a quest marker over his head?
Back again? Sure you're not interested in my many, many services?
I was just passing through.
Have it your way.
Alright. Guess it's just the quest marker not going away then. It sounds like the next stop in this mystery is heading to Darktown. Seeing what role this Templar has to play. Something interesting I read on the wiki is that apparently those options, or those dialogue lines she says that you don't get to pick, there was one of them back there when I was talking to that guy. Gallows. Yeah. They're actually not predetermined. There's a variety of them, and it's selected based on the personality of your character that you've exhibited so far with your choices. That's kind of cool that the game actually keeps track of your personality, and you can modify it as you go if you start choosing. Like if you go with all the clever options and then you suddenly start choosing the angry options, it'll eventually make your character's demeanor more angry in the lines that you don't get to choose. Meeting place. Is this where the Templar and Nanette met? Or is this where I meet the person who's going to pay me? Well, let's find out. Oh, we're going inside. Okay. I honestly don't know which quest this is, but... Alright, well. Oh, it is the Templar. Okay. Oh, he's under attack, it looks like. Alright. Miasma class, go! And backstab.
What less to worry about?
I don't want to hurt you.
Anyone need healing?
How about you?
I thank you, Syrah, for coming along when you did. I am Emmerich.
You're older than I thought you'd be. Nanette seems to go for the young, pointy-eared sorts.
What?
Nanette to Karak. I hear she got around. And you were asking about her, so I just assumed.
Preposterous. I was concerned that she was in danger, and that is all. However, the investigation has been a waste of time.
Did you learn nothing?
Most people just say she left her husband. This all started when Maren, one of our circle mages, disappeared. I found it odd. She was a bit older and hardly adventurous. Then I heard about Nanette and 2 other missing women.
Between the Circle and Ghislaine, is it any wonder these women ran away?
I think the disappearances are connected, and I suspect foul play is involved.
So is somebody hunting these women? I don't remember this quest at all. Plot thickens.
Doesn't the Circle use phylacteries to keep track of its mages?
We followed her phylactery to a foundry, but found nothing. I had heard of sympathizers smuggling mages through Darktown, so came here hoping to pick up the trail. But no trace of Maren. And as you've seen, asking the locals hasn't made me very popular.
I thought when you used a phylactery, the idea was that you used magic to track the person down. So wouldn't it, like, own in on where they actually were, not just the trail of where they'd been? Seems odd. Also, would that be one of those gray areas with blood magic that Finn talked about last time? It's not based on the power of blood, but you are using blood from the phylactery in the ritual.
Have you mentioned any of this to the city guard?
They say there's no proof the disappearances are connected. They think the women just left home, that it happens all the time.
People don't just disappear. Perhaps they were murdered or kidnapped.
We found no bodies, no ransom notes. Those women just vanished.
Can I assist your investigation?
It's no longer my investigation, Sirrah. You may take over if you wish. This battle showed that I'm no longer the warrior I used to be. I know when to walk away. Here, take my findings. Perhaps you can make more use of them. I'm going back to the gallows. I'm too old for this.
A foundry in Lowtown. I should look into that.
That must be the next step of the quest. Let's explore this area first, though. Pile of bone. I feel like this is one of those zones where we'll be visiting quite often for a number of quests. That, or they'll just copy-paste it, which they do a lot in this game. That's where we came in. We go this way? Or is it going to be sealed off? Nope. Belt. What kind of belt was that? Anything worth using? Not bad, but let's give that to... Mages use attack? Really sure. Yep, dead end, okay. And just some junk. What's our gold up to? 19. Yeah, there's gotta be like one mission that gives you like a ton of gold for finishing it, because otherwise chapter 1 is going to take quite some time. Yeah, the Quinari live on Parvalan, and Seheran is, I guess, the archipelago they were given as part of those treaties we found out about. Right, where's this foundry? I only visit it during the nighttime? I'm confused.
You ever going to stop harping on the mages here?
No.
They aren't what you saw in Tevinter.
The moment they are free, mages will make themselves magisters.
They're slaves. You should want to help them.
I don't.
There's got to be a balance. I hate the conversations trigger right before you're about to leave an area, though. It should trigger farther in. Alright, so... Oh, we are here at night. Guess we need to go during the day, then? No. I say there was a foundry here. Do the gallows quest. There's the foundry outside. The bone pit, the ruins, the ambush site. We'll do some stuff outside the city next episode. Oh, there we go. Lowtown. Oh, in Lowtown, okay. And the quest is called The First Sacrifice, so it sounds like somebody is kidnapping all these women. Interesting how a quest develops. Right, the foundry is over here by the looks of it. Who's our tank? There are a lot of gangs on the streets at nights. Can't be too careful. Right. Dark Foundry. Well, there's an ominous name. A mage. I actually don't like fighting mages in this game because they, oh, and a desire demon. Aha. Wait, what are you doing? Don't go up there.
That's enough!
Too
Got it, aggro.
Shut her.
Stuck on the fireball!
I'll handle this one.
Demon's almost there. Lots of magic flying around.
Rest and be grateful.
Is that all of them? Or more coming? Yep, there's more.
Make her forgive you.
Oh, I'm on the wrong character. Domination. How do we kill him and then explosive strike the other one?
Well, we won. Demons. Summoned by another mage, no doubt.
Yeah, we saw him upstairs. Alright. Let's chase after him then. Seems like it's some kind of magic cult. This warehouse is another zone they're going to. Whoop! Yep, too late. Well. Come on. There you go. Thank you. We have frost swords now from Bethany's. Is it Bethany or him that has it? Not sure.
All set.
That would be a good ring. Plus 13 attack. And we'll take out the 4 mana stamina. Bethany. That's not a real door, so we'll head this way then. Guess you can go around either way. I'm gonna have her go first just in case there's more traps.
Afraid yet? I can finish this.
Get back!
These shades must be like sloth demons, they're not doing much. Definitely seems like the ones with low health are the normals, and the ones with a lot of health are the lieutenants. There doesn't seem to be like a lot of variation. It seems to be either one or the other. More coin, junk, and a sack of bones. Nanette's ring.
That ring looks Orlesian.
A severed hand, a ring, and a pile of bones. Emmerich will want to see this. And I should bring the ring to Ghislaine. It might belong to Nanette.
Alright, so we have a lead. Let's see what exactly it leads to then. I suppose Emmerich is at the gallows now? Oh, we have to go through Lowtown first. Alright. At least there are multiple exits out of Lowtown. Oh, had a little bit of a flicker there. Let's do an autosave. Or a quick save. We still haven't been to the Quinari area yet, which is by the docks, I believe. Docks Night, yeah. We'll go there later, though. Alright, let's head to... I thought that one guy would be in Hightown, but maybe he's at the gallows, too? The husband?
I've heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Imperium, but I've never been in one. Are you certain it's wise for us to come here, considering who we're with?
Maybe not, but we'll be cautious.
This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the Circle I know.
There is no Circle in Tevinter, I'm pretty sure.
How is the Imperial Circle of Magi different?
Once upon a time, it was as it is here. The Chantry watched the Magisters closely for any signs of corruption or weakness. Then it changed. The Magisters were permitted to watch over their own, and Templars kept only to enforce the law. What happened next was inevitable. The Magisters rule again, as powerful as they ever were.
So there was a period where the Tevinters were under the control of Templars. That I did not know.
You said the Chantry used to watch the Magisters. Why did they stop?
You must remember that the attitude towards magic is different in Tevinter. Magisters came from wealthy families, bloodlines that had nurtured magical talent for countless generations. The Chantry was not trying to control poor peasants. but the scions of the greatest houses in the Imperium.
I thought the Magisters had been thrown down by the Chantry.
On the contrary, Andraste never defeated the Imperium. A great army conquered the south, but not the north. The Magisters eventually surrendered to the Chantry, but they did so on their terms. They kept their influence. Thus, they reclaimed what they lost over the centuries. Some battles are lost by inches.
You talk about the Magisters as if they are all evil.
I have no doubt that some are good and noble men, strong enough to resist temptation. But how many temptations do you wish to offer a man before he will give in? Blood magic is everywhere in Tevinter, from the lowliest apprentice up to the Archon himself.
You can't have seen this for yourself.
Daenerys talked about it often. Of course, they say it's forbidden. Behind the smiles and closed doors, however, it's a different matter. To be a Magister in Tevinter is to be glorious. To be a powerful Magister in Tevinter, that is worth any price.
I really hope we get to visit Tevinter in Inquisition. Or if not Inquisition, then in a future game.
You're saying the same thing could happen here?
If the mages were permitted to be their own watchers, of course. It is too easy for a mage to resort to blood magic if they feel the need is great enough.
As easy as it is to resort to a sword. You were created as a living weapon. Should you not be trusted with your freedom?
My powers are not controlled by a demon. A mage can desire power, justice, revenge, protection. Any cause will do, and then they are lost.
I mean, I guess that is a good point then, if Tevinter did try the whole experiment with allowing mages to watch themselves, and that failed. Although the culture there kind of led to that too, I'm pretty sure. But, even so, maybe you do need Templars to watch over mages, but it shouldn't be the way it is now. That's a little extreme.
You can't say every mage is corrupt.
All I am saying is the Imperium offers no answer. All that Andraste did long ago to end the tyranny of magic has been undone.
She ended the tyranny of magic and replaced it with an entirely new one.
Considering all that magic has done to my homeland and my race, I weep for your predicament. Power corrupts, as they say, and mages have power enough already.
The Dalish have keepers, and on the whole, they seem to be alright.
According to everything I've seen, the Circle can't control mages anyhow.
And what is the alternative? Freedom is a noble ideal, but I see no oppression here. I see fear and danger. But enough. I'm sure we came here for a reason.
Yes, we did. Multiple reasons.
Recognize your mage? You're horrible. This was left in the foundry you mentioned in your notes. I was also attacked by shades.
These are human bones. Then there is no chance of finding Meren alive, or any of the others.
I saw someone leaving the scene, but they got away. I'm sorry.
It was more than I accomplished. I will bring this to the city guard immediately. It should be enough to convince them the disappearances are worth investigating.
Alright, we completed the quest. I suppose maybe that'll be that rivalry of Fenris. Why was he not pleased with that? I don't get it. But yeah, I guess that does, that'll be the end of the quest for the time being, although I assume that mage is going to play a role in another quest. Maybe in Chapter 2? Or Act 2? Is it Act 2 or Chapters? I can't remember now. Whatever you want to call the second part of the game. Alright, so... now Anders wants to speak as well. Everyone wants to talk to me. But yeah, I think for now we're going to end this episode. When we come back, maybe we'll talk to the Templar recruits. And after that, we will finally leave the city and take care of some of those adventures up on Sundermount. I will see you guys in episode 8. Or episode... this is episode 8. I will see you guys in episode 9 then. Take care.